This is Camille Mather from the BBC Kent. I'm in Chatham at Mackay's company, where I've just had to literally push my way through hordes of angry union demonstrators at Mackay's. You took over the company now 3 months ago, and we've had a very serious incident just yesterday. Can you tell me a little bit more about this?
Unfortunately, it was a tragic incident. Our co-worker Robin had an accident at one of the machines, and he's been hospitalized, and he's not in life-threatening danger right now, but he did have some injury, and we're taking corresponding measures to make sure that such thing will never happen again.
Can you tell us what the injury was exactly?
I'm very sad to say that Robin, he lost his right arm by this.
And how is this possible with this machinery? Presumably he must have known how to operate it?
We do have strict guidelines and regulations within the company, making sure that people do operate the machines that they're trained to operate, but there was some misunderstanding where Robin was operating a machine that he was not trained to operate. We have taken measures to make sure, we start this early Monday morning, to make sure that we do have courses in line. We've lined it up, we're going to work with it all weekend to make sure that all our employees are trained in the various different machines that we have.
Have you not had such courses in the past? Perhaps that would have been some action to take before this.
The previous management have had some courses, but it has not been sufficiently. And we are going to take measures to correct this.
We hear, how is it possible that I hear that he was operating this machinery without any formal training? How is this possible?
As I mentioned to you, there was a misunderstanding.
Can you clarify what you mean by misunderstanding? Because generally we don't lose our arms through misunderstandings.
Jerome is head of
what I mean is
production.
that the person, I'm Joe Moore, I'm head of production. So being responsible of production, what I can tell you is that the person who was responsible for handling the machine, the person who was trained on managing the machine, had to leave for seeing his wife, who lives just across the factory, and left his job. And
do you mean he was not authorized to leave his position?
He should have asked us so as that we could put into place another procedure. But in fact, what's happening is that there is a new management which has just arrived. He did not knew us very well. Perhaps he was not. He was afraid of asking the possibility to leave, and of course to go to see his wife who is pregnant. That would have been accepted.
I'm sorry, Jerome, but I think what we're going to do, we're going to look forward with this. We're going to learn what happened, and we'll take these courses starting on Monday. We're furthermore also going to implement that each new person is going to work for the same with a new machine with an experienced person, a senior person, for the first 3 days. Even though you can say you can have 5 or 6 hours introduction to machine, we're going to make it a guideline that the person has to work 3 days with this experienced person in order to make sure that we don't have accidents like this.
Well, these all sound like sound measures, but if your staff are taking time off to walk across the factory and not asking for permission, that's more of a trust problem with the management, I would say.
That's something we need to work on with our employees, and definitely something which is easy to tackle now. Unfortunately, it's
well, you say it's easy to tackle now, but it seems that you have a lot of issues to tackle at the moment. Rumours have it that there are serious problems with your funding, and that there may be rumours of bankruptcy, layoffs. What do you have to say to that?
We took over the company a couple of weeks ago. We have put our lives
in line. It's been 3 months now.
3 months. We put our lives in for this, and we're not going to close down the company. We're going to fight for this, and things have been implemented, and we are improving. We are seeing increasing sales. We do have a sound financial situation right now, and we're just going to fight for this, and we are going to fight for it with our employees. We're going to have this as a common effort to make a better situation for both the employees and for the company.
Well, one of your best salesmen recently left the company, and what do you have to say to? I mean, he hasn't got very many favourable things to say about you and about your management style. What do you have to say to that?
I have to say that this person unfortunately did not take the opportunity to talk to us in person, so he left without knowing us even. So I will personally be responsible for the major clients, so we will take up their concerns and requirements. And we will staff back the team with another salesperson to take care on the ongoing issues.
So you will be replacing him. This won't be another possible slimming down situation.
No, we will be replacing him because, as Susanne said, we are going to increase sales and to
And increase your workforce?
I know what you're implying now. The next question is going to be if you're going to lay off people. Look, we want
Well,
to
I think
grow.
that's what the people of Chatham want to know.
Well, then we take it that we are going to grow this company. You don't grow a company by cutting the workforce. We want to extend the markets, have more clients, and we want to make use of the current workforce that we have now because we have brilliant and experienced employees. Maybe some of these employees will have to do job rotations, and we'll have to figure out how we're going to do. But it's not our intention to cut the workforce. That's what we can say right
So
now.
you're guaranteeing that you're not going to be cutting the workforce?
I cannot guarantee that you will not have some layoff. You can never guarantee that.
Thank
in
you
a
very
startup.
much. This is Cami Mather for BBC Kent. So the team seemed very together, and they'd obviously discussed it well, and seemed to have a strategy for communicating on different aspects, such as finance with apparently their finance officer. The general overall comments on the workforce were made by the CEO, and we had the operations manager who was giving us information about the training. They gave a lot of information. They knew the worker's name. They knew what had happened. They didn't appear to be hiding any information or really avoiding any questions. So overall, I think it was pretty good.
What do you think they could have done better?
Looked a bit more perhaps at the camera obviously I understand that you look at the person that you're talking to, so it might be to do with the angle, but maybe they could have taken more assurance and used that in a better way.
What about body language, or how did you feel they came across?
I think that they came across. I think they felt comfortable and confident with the kind of right degree of awkwardness that you would have in such a situation. No, I think